Let's move to Yemen at this moment. The U.S., the U.K. and France have announced that they will pull their remaining embassy staffs out of Yemen in the face of possible threats of attack. And we've just learned that rebels seized U.S. embassy vehicles parked at the airport and even stopped U.S. Marines leaving the country from taking their weapons with them.
Yemen has been a nation in chaos for weeks and months since rebels placed the president there under house arrest. The State Department warns now of ongoing risk of kidnapping to foreigners, including Americans. Let's bring in Chief National Security Correspondent Jim Sciutto. Jim, shutting down the embassy, American vehicles seized. This seems like a dangerous and volatile situation, to say the least.
It is dangerous. You might even say ignominious. A difficult departure from this very key diplomatic post in a very key region at a very key and difficult time. We're told that because the Houthis, the rebels who've taken over the central part of the country and the capital, control the airport, it is they who required the Marines to give up their weapons at the airport, taking over now the vehicles at the embassy, and we're told by Yemeni officials that they expect the Houthis to go into the embassy compound. So prepare yourself for some pretty difficult images of someone taking over what is effectively U.S. property abroad. Now, I'm told by a senior U.S. military official that the U.S. embassy personnel, they took all the necessary steps as they left that embassy. That would include destroying documents and computer disks and also disabling any weapons they left behind. But also keep in mind, it's not just visas that an embassy puts out. This is about political contacts on the ground, intel gathering, military cooperation with the Yemenis, which is very key because they're a partner in fighting AQAP, Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. This is a real loss. You understand why they did it. It's a volatile situation, but you do lose something not having that diplomatic post on the ground.
Jim, exactly to that point. I mean, this seems like it could be seen as quite a blow to the Obama administration. It's definitely will be used by Republicans to criticize his foreign policy stance, because this, to Yemen and the cooperation with the Yemeni government, was something that the president has held up in terms of kind of successful partnership in taking on terror.
That's exactly right. And look, this is region-wide now. So you have no diplomatic presence, no embassy in Yemen, none in Syria for a number of years now through the civil war. Post-Benghazi, nothing in Libya, and also nothing in Somalia for a number of years. All of these places, hotbeds of terrorism. You've got Al-Shabaab here. You have increasingly ISIS in Yemen as well. Sorry, in Libya, I should say, as well. ISIS certainly in Syria. AQAP in Yemen. Some talk of some ISIS fighters there. No diplomatic presence. I'm told by U.S. military officials that the counter-terror operations will continue. That's drone strikes, etc., down here in the south. But, you do lose something when you don't have those key diplomatic relationships, when you're not sharing information with the local government who is in a partner. And now we're seeing this in 4 of the countries, 4 failed states that are real threats to U.S. security. It's a problem. It's a real loss.
It's a really important context you're putting it in. Jim, thank you so much.
Surprising